Welcome everyone to another fun live stream here on our low-level Linux and similar such open source channel. We previously discussed many things, so hold the presses and stuff. Asahi, Apple Silicon, Project Linux has alpha quality hardware isolated 3D OpenGL, beginning of Vulkan. And stuff. I initially on the video, people ask me, of course, not only deep in open source and Linux, but also had Apple devices at times. People ask me, what do I expect? I actually, to be honest, I guesstimated 10 years because I didn't expect high profile developers like Mark Hahn and so on, of all the amazing team. Like Asahi, Lisa and such. Probably should be written here. Alisa Rosenzweig and so on. To pick stuff, I expected like those most talented Linux developers not touching Apple Silicon for proprietary reasons. So proven they're wrong. So this is why, like, how many years is it in? Do we have Apple Silicon for 2 years now? Probably it's a sec. Anyway, it doesn't matter. So what I want to say is significantly faster than I expected. Yeah, so Asahi Lina, or did I say Lisa? Lina, sorry. So yeah, much faster than I expected, which is certainly amazing and much welcome. But that's also the difference between some hobbyists doing that in their spare time and also people, especially Macan, doing it kind of full time, right? So I guess also it's still alpha quality, but I would fair to say like 5 times faster than I guesstimated. Anyway, so to compile this, so these are various alpha quality Git branches. So let's test that, right? One thing is this makes use of Rust. So this will also be the first time, let's also start compiling, by the way. This will be a massive test because this is not even in Linux kernel proper. That is the basic Rust enablement, which is only x86-64 only. I say that even bit. Is only in upcoming in Linux kernel 6.1. So this also marks not only state-of-the-art Apple Silicon ARM 64-bit ARM, the fastest, so the latest and greatest, fastest ARM 64, but also our package name is Mesa, right? Also the first major use of Rust inside the Linux kernel, and Mesa actually not there is rustical. So yeah, I should have built this verbose. So I have no idea. So we probably need to enable some. So what you need for that is you need M1, N1, I'm not really sure from what, probably mostly the device trees. And then of course the Linux kernel and Mesa. Mesa just failed, which I expected this, right? So this is alpha quality and first Rust stuff. So it also, we of course at T2, of course are using, people always ask what console font to use. We use Comic Code here because code is so comical. We need some entertainment with all the pickbugs. And then of course our T2 just supporting every CPU architecture under the sky. Linux, cross-compiling that here, although I of course have this here natively virtualized as well, live streaming from an M1 mix for energy efficiency and performance and ARM testing. So what's going on? Maybe this at least needs some configuration of the driver. I'm not sure if it could also, inlining failed for near move. Nah, that is lame. It's like, yeah, and that 2022, it's a totally C programming in 2022, what could possibly go wrong? Actually, I had some workarounds for that. It looks a little bit like I I actually had some hacks here, maybe as much as profile guided. Let's maybe, so it might fail due to silly C imperfections, like, hey, state-of-the-art Rust programming, and then, hey, it still fails in the C code. So I had this overlaid for this, because I need to overlay this experimental stuff here. So, because obviously I don't want to regress and use this, because what could happen is that obviously there will be Mesa releases, right? We want to use stable Mesa releases for all the other architectures from ARM 32-bit to x86. That's obviously why we use overlay for that. Package Mesa. I would need to check. A quick trial and error would be, let's trial. Not sure if it could be that this makes it go away. I would need to debug, but trial and error is for first trial cheaper than debugging. Let's see what happens with the Linux kernel in parallel. Nothing like not wasting epic thread wrapping CPU resources. So before the video, because usually I'm not a professional, but today I prepared that here during my last meeting call here. It's the building. Firmware loader, what's going on there? It might be set standard compression stuff. Let's see. All right, let's just. But yes, that's expected stuff if you build alpha quality GitHub releases, especially with otherwise stable patches, you get stuff failing. So this might be set standard being upstream or something of that sort. Yeah, this is also all right. So what I would need here also theoretically I would want to check. So this is just using old patches with a new snapshot, because I didn't touch the Asahi Linux Apple Silicon snapshot overlay we had until today for quite some months, because I'm not running this in production just yet. Let's see what version that even is. So 6.1, okay, this is 6.1. Architecture, ARM, package. Mesa build, amazing. But that might be without Rust. Let's see what's going on there. It might still fail and halt and catch fire because of Rust compilation stuff, where we probably didn't build the Rust code yet. So I wanted to check that. This is something I wasn't sure about, but that is 6.1 something, release candidate, yada yada. All right, also this will read. Okay, let's be smart and not re-download a gigabyte. Here, mirror L of Linux. This one, let's smartly rename that for our name, for our fixed name. Hello, mouse cursor. And then architecture ARM. So that is, it will probably, actually the other stuff applied, right? So let's maybe delete that. Do we still have that in mainline for, no we don't. So then it's probably upstream, our previous work, right? So state-of-the-art stuff we do. A year or two ago, I actually did the set standard because I wanted one compression theme, right? The stuff we do here is the low-level quality Linux kernel OS engineering stuff. Yeah, now it's upstream. You can thank me there on Patreon, GitHub sponsorship, YouTube membership, all the other fun stuff, or just for free, share, like, and subscribe. Let's build that there, and let's check here that failing build. Of course, with our profile guided stuff that build. but we need to enable the driver, so that we need to check where even would that be. Actually, I have no idea what the name is. AGX or Asahi, how did they call that? So they apparently called this, so I personally would have called it AGX, but as you have guessed and recurring subscriber know, nobody freaking asks me, so they probably named it Asahi, which is a fair name, but I would like, I mean, between official vendor naming and I still think AGX would have been a cooler name of naming that, but nah. If you are one of the authors, Asahi Lina? I need to get better with names. Lina, Lisa, Lina, right? Lina. If you watch this video and want to elaborate on your naming, then leave in the comments below. So, so AGX or Asahi. So yeah, Asahi of that. So then inside the overlay, let's see if that works. We have this some Meson. Why even Meson? So that is, let me think, is it gallium? I should actually. Actually, we have that in there already. Interesting. Why did we have that in there? Did this previously? How was this previously in there? Actually, do they have other instructions? So we need M1 N1 mini. Usage payloads. All right. By the way, do you? I think we need another. Tiling library. Actually, some Asahi Linux magic tiling whatever. So if we will not test this live, I can't reboot here live on YouTube, live streaming. So I need to check which other. So Vulkan will. So yeah, it should be gallium. I'm just a little bit surprised that we have that in there already. So actually, let's check if this builds something with Rust. So this might. I'm not 100% sure if that is already everything we need. It may be, but probably it isn't. Similar here, so let's control set that and check if we need other options. So this says have Rust. It's probably patched. I mean, obviously it should be patched because this have Rust was in in 6.1 Linus Torvalds. It is x86-64 only. Drivers, video, DR, no. GPU, of course. So what do they have here? AG, Asahi. Oh, they have Asahi. Where did I find that? DRM, Asahi. Okay, fine. Need to check what's going on here with enablement. DRM. Why did I not grab for that? But maybe it is not. So Rust DRM. Arch Apple. Didn't look enabled though. Arch Apple is enabled though. Why don't we have... Maybe there is a check Rust toolchain thing. Maybe that returns false. That is the thing, the stuff we're here for, right? With stuff increasingly using Rust, would need to check what's going on there. And so yeah, the initial basic Rust enablement menu of config. Let's see what's going on there. That would be, where is my, why does the search not work? Hello, search. Or is it, oh, anyway, not sure, let's see. Depends on what do we have here. Rust. Or do we have, maybe we first need to switch on Rust? Oh, indeed, there is support Rust. Interesting. Okay, so why did it not jump? Did it not previously once upon a time jump to there? Rust support. Why does it not? I'm confused. I thought it previously. But we maybe Rust. Oh, this is Rust is available. Is non is this is probably why it's not jumping there. So it's already what I guessed. Maybe we need to patch. Oh, I wanted exit. So I saw this already in the Makefile. So they run here. There's Anthony asking which version, Linux version is the best. What do I mean with Linux version? Linux version always the latest, because it is always the latest, greatest features and bug fixes. Otherwise, Linux distribution, of course, our T2, just amazing, raw and everything supporting Linux. So there was somewhere a Rust test. Rust is available. So config ifdef config. What are they doing here? Ifdef all prepare. Rust compiler, nothing could not be found. Get canonical version. Oh, maybe we need to. Do we? Oh wait, is it undefined? Do we need to set Rust C or stuff? Maybe. But some of the Rust available is still init. Yeah, the boring debugging stuff of stuff, not just freaking working TM. I would have expect. How do they run that here anyway? They have host Rust C and Rust C. Okay, that is defined, but Rust available. I suspect that should be the case. Actually, we trace that. Build equals Rust ifdef config. A little bit. Rust C could be so have Rust. Where that is coming from. GitHub workflow, diff. So they run that. This shows whether a suitable Rust toolchain is available. Found quick start guide for introduction satisfies the requirements of the Rust support. In particular, target Rust available is useful to check. Okay, what do they want? Building. Rust source, Rust binding. Particular version Rust compilers required. Rust up override. Please note changes working directory before the build. libclang, part of LVM, is used by bindgen. We actually have all of that, and it's cross-compiling Firefox. And that is the boring stuff, right? It's only continuous change and regressions, and then you need to toy around here with that. Does it need LVM equals 1? So yeah, I guess that does not return true. Whether Rust Toolchain is available, where did they had makefile target that one? So let's see what happens if we, yeah, state of the art low level stuff, and you will need to check that. Spend your time. What's going on here? Bindings generator bindgen not found. Is that another than C bindgen? Rust bindgen. Maybe bindgen is another than C bindgen. So I guess we need to package that. So yeah, a little bit less than I expected to test today, but that is always how we have some people tuning in. I mean, we could still package that. So it's Rust bindgen. I mean, it should probably be that one, because otherwise. Actually, maybe, is it the other way around? Maybe does one generate C bindings, the other generates Rust bindings? Actually, that would make sense, wouldn't it? Actually, you could check that in. Copy. Okay, let's. Yeah, it's probably the other way around, I suspect. Let's hope it builds, because sometimes it doesn't. I have the same with Clippy. And if you are a total Rust nerd, maybe leave in the comments below. I'm aware that this Rust mono repository has Clippy and Rust Analyzer, but if I want to build them, they like stand alone. They don't build for me for requiring nightly features or whatever. I find it a little bit silly. So if you're a total Rust diehard nerd and stuff, maybe leave in the comments. Drop me a note how to compile that. That would be actually pretty amazing if we would find out. Or should we? Okay, let's. Whatever. It's probably MIT-ish or whatever. Do they have a freaking license somewhere? BSD. Whatever. And last but not least, the download. 0, 0, 6, 3, 0. And then with my luck, it might also not compile because it's part of the Rust toolchain proper, and we stopped building all monorepository for different reasons. Bind gen 0630 tar gz off. What was the URL archive like that? Maybe because we use sane URLs and download tables here. As of yesterday, sync bunch of the GPU stuff got merged into normal Ashai branches. Yeah, I checked out, and thanks for the link, by the way, highly appreciate it. I use Z branches. Is all of that, you say some, right? A bunch, so a bunch probably does. Yeah, for now, I mean, we can switch it at we can't switch it at any moment. So for now, I use the state-of-the-art tip. Oh, did this download? Oh darn, maybe not. Or did it? I use the state-of-the-art head of Z branches. So I'm building, it might trigger people. So I'm live streaming from an M1 Max MacBook from last year, like 1 year old dish getting M1 Max. But I'm cross-compiling that on an Epic Threadripping Ryzen 7950X because that is what I use for main development and building, like Epic Threadripping, embarrassingly parallel, cross-compiling all our 31 release ISOs from everything from Alpha to Super H and RISC-V and stuff. So yeah, I could build that here, but why should I with only 10 big and little CPU cores? What is it, even freaking building something? All right, I built this locally. Actually locally I might not have the latest version. Does it do something? Why is it updating crates? Oh darn. Oh no, I didn't hit that. I thought then I don't know why it. That's it. Why does it freaking update? I hate this actually. Let's build this verbose to see what's going on, I hope. Yeah, that is exactly the stuff that I hate with Rust. All I wanted was building one thing. Now it's like, imagine I would be on an airplane, on my remote cabin, on a sailboat, in my VDAP camper van, and now it's updating crates. I always like, thank you very much. Which probably, yeah, and all I wanted was this thing. Why is it? I mean, okay, sure. I mean, Cargo is always doing that. Why does it take so long, though? I so hate that. Finally did it. It's like, yeah. See my previous videos, multiple runs of the state of Rust and Cargo stuff. Yeah, I'm aware of that, but I don't want a manual cargo vendor, all this stuff. But thanks for the tip. Let's go on the found virtual manifest cargo. And so it's that is what I really hate, to be honest. Building this stuff and then it doesn't install. It's like, what is wrong with us modern people? It appears to be really difficult to, like, for decades we could like have source tarbold and release stuff, and now it needs to load tons of dependencies from the interwebs and then it doesn't even freaking install. It's like, why? It's so does, I mean, I could manually YOLO that. Probably bindgen is enough. And I can continue either YOLOing that or like, meaning disabling install and installing the bloody binary myself. So let's see if that is enough to satisfy this. Hey, it does something. Oh, it's too new. Oh, come on. This may or may not work. Are you effing kidding me? This is exactly, yeah, it's like, yeah, Brave New World. Source code for the core standard library could not be found. What does that mean? Add tools, cross-lib library. More. Can build Firefox, but doesn't satisfy the weird Linux kernel hacks and quirks. So I have no idea what that is all about. What should that be about? Maybe some cross-compile stuff? Let's see, more good tips there. You do home, need to install the source components of Rust, which requires changing the Rust package. That's where the errors come from, since it wants to build standard library from source for the kernel. It's like, yeah. Do they document that? So what should I, thanks for the tips. Do they have that here, core? Rust standard library source. The Rust standard library source is required because the build system will cross-compile core and alloc. Being used Rust source, but why do they not ship that? Wouldn't be the most logical thing. So yeah, that's a little bit annoying. So I mean, we otherwise, if central install is used, Rust may be cloned like so. Princess roots. Okay, let's. Okay, that. Yeah, I don't like this of randomly pulling stuff from the internet, especially when I'm working with less performance than 40 megabyte a second connection. So yeah, I need to find some better solution for that. Ella says needs to be built with your Rust package. I'm not really sure I want the source in the Rust package. Maybe I make a Rust source package then or something. It's crazy much git checkout cloning stuff for just some. I would I would kind of prefer if the Linux kernel people would ship the minimal stuff they need, probably, or yeah, cloning LLVM project. All I wanted was build the Linux kernel. All I get is and that is what I hate, what I'm really not satisfied and really hate with the modern software development, right? All you want is build one small piece of something, and all you get is like, you want some small things like, hey, you get a git clone of everything but your kitchen sink of all, like you want some small core library and it remote pulls 200 micro dependencies and all of the latest and greatest in modern software development. And I mean, hey, I grew up with no modem, and then I had a V90 modem, and sure, now I have a failing DOCSIS connection where the upstream sucks, but at least the downstream can. But like why? Like basically, previously the internet was slow because all your neighbors and kids were live streaming Netflix and YouTube, and now the internet is slow because all the software developers are cloning, constantly recloning everything of modern software development all day. It's like some of this, it's silly, it's not best practice, it's, yeah. Maybe this could have been simplified to only clone some code. It's probably, but hey, I followed the read the freaking manual, so, but it looks less than ideal, and yeah, I need to, maybe currently we only need this for ARM. I mean, step by step, right? What would I do? I would do, I mean, first of all, figure out the more minimal requirements here, and then first like a smallish proof of concept tab, maybe, as Ella says, installing that with the Rust package, maybe only in the cross toolchain location for now, for first proof of concept, because currently we only need this for the Linux kernel. And actually, wait a second, I'm not running this in the office. Actually, I'm not. This might actually be. This is actually cloning over maybe fiber. Actually, I didn't check what's up downstream is here. I take this back. This 12 megabyte a second is actually not our office line. I'm not in the office. Okay, oops. So much to failings Vodafone. Probably with Vodafone's failing DOCSIS in our office, it would be slower. So, actually, this was wrong. Is this now Rust available? Hey, Rust is available. Yay, let's see if the stuff builds now. Recognize a pattern of, it might still fail because our arch triplet is another one, right? I'm not sure. I patched carefully. Our Rust toolchain is always amazing and one of the most state-of-the-art, and hello everyone. But we are using a T2 triplet. So if the Linux kernel people generate some arch triplet with unknown Linux, then it will fail after all. But let's see. So Rust, it still doesn't. Why is this? What else do we have there? Not mod version, GCC. Run struct, no. Debug info, not debug info. Okay, so this is, so it doesn't work with not mod versions actually. Let me, so should this not, why is this still not, it looks still not enabled. What's going on here? Have Rust, yes. Rust is available, yes. Not mod versions, no. Not GCC plugins. But that is yes. What? It wants not GCC plugins? What the heck is that even? General architecture dependent options? What? No, it's enabled. Crazy. What crazy shit is that? What drugs are they taking? I think I need such drugs myself. So, and then, no, we can freaking select. Amazing. Only 30 minutes later. I need to check, do we have, no, I don't have VM Linux and modules and stuff. So, do we have, what is ARM64 images? Maybe, and modules, let's see. It doesn't have images. Image? Too many Linux kernel build targets. Font argument blacklist type, which wasn't expected or isn't valid in this context. Bindgen, if you try to supply blacklist, rather than flag use blacklist type, dash blacklist type. Is Bindgen too new? Maybe it is. I think Macan posted about it. What year the option got renamed in the new Bindgen release. Then let's finish our Bindgen package. Alright, Rust. But the only constant is change and regressions. Bindgen. Then which release would that be? Should we try something conservative like 60? If you want to look this up while I type, leave in the comments below. Make inst opt nothing. Do we use the same one? I hope we do. Install build release. Was it build release? Target release? Maybe target release. Target release also. What do I even freaking do here? Because we need hook add post make 5 and then down date to Rust Bindgen 060 or so. Option got not a very sensible thing for Bindgen to do. Yeah, my recurring theme and amazingment. So that would be 20 October, or maybe we use 61.0. And try that again. The good thing is the cargo stuff should be fully cached. And then the build is of course much faster. Cheers. This still doesn't. Okay, so apparently, darn. Cargo installed. Of course. Oops. Nothing like killing your VPA. Supplicant live on this channel. Cargo installed there. Let's try it again. Yeah, but that's my life. 25 years of the only console is changed, regressions, renamed options, and other. So yeah, then okay, that does something more. Yeah, we will not, so the only constant is change and build errors. Nah, more. Anyway, that is kind of sort of the first look to Rust. I have some family stuff to attend. I hope you enjoyed this and learned something. Usually don't forget to subscribe, Patreon, GitHub sponsorship, and all the other good stuff. Have a good day and night. Hope you learned something, and stay of modern software development, and see you next time.